Forage inoculants and preservatives are well-proven feed additives that help ensure reliable, long-term storage of forages and grains. Each of these products is designed to be effective at a specific application rate. Too little product applied can often result in failure, and too much applied can be a waste of your input dollars. In addition, application equipment that is contaminated or not working properly can result in spoiled feeds and disappointing results. This short training video will cover basic maintenance of the very popular low-volume insulated application systems often found mounted on the fender of self-propelled forage choppers. The best of the low-volume applicator systems are incredibly reliable and require minimal maintenance, but when trouble occurs, it's important to get things up and running as quickly as possible. Beyond keeping this equipment clean, which we'll cover shortly, there's really only one maintenance item to be concerned with, and that is the condition of the pump tube. The latest generation of these systems makes this item simple and quick to replace. Start by shutting off the power to the pump and turning the tank valve to the off position. Next, loosen the two thumb screws a quarter turn on the stainless steel pump cover and let it flop open. Flip the cream-colored pump head up, exposing the entire pump tube. Then, squeeze and release the silver-colored tabs at each end of the pump tube, and the old tube is free. Installation is the reverse. Be sure to check flow right after changing the pump tube to make sure the new tube settled into place. Recheck flow after about 20 minutes of operation because there is a brief break-in period for the new tube. About the only other area for potential failure on these applicators is electrical related. If the pump does not turn and the small red light on the speed control is not lit, there is likely an interruption of electrical power somewhere between the chopper electrical system and the speed control unit. Check all the connections and continuity before considering pump motor replacement. Pump motor failure is pretty rare. Many applicator system failures or inaccuracies can be prevented by keeping this equipment clean. Keep in mind that these machines are applying live bacteria, so there is great potential for creating biofilm on equipment, especially during downtime. Start by rinsing and flushing the system with clean water between each batch of inoculant solution. This will help prevent a buildup of residue and also eliminates cross-contamination between different products. Then, between cuttings, or when the applicator may sit unused for more than 48 hours, we need to be sanitizing. Start by rinsing the tank with fresh water and discarding the water, along with any chaff that may have accumulated. Then fill the tank with clean water and a mixture of chlorine bleach. 1/2 to 1 ounce of bleach per gallon of water. To be effective, this solution needs at least 20 minutes of contact time. If there's heavy residue buildup, this solution should be concentrated to 2 ounces per gallon. I like to recirculate the discharge hose back into the tank during this time and run the pump at maximum speed. This will also help clean out the flow meter, which is often a problem. We get way too many reports about stuck indicator balls, and contamination is pretty much always the cause. After this 20-minute flush, be sure to double rinse with clean water to get out all the bleach. Before the last rinse, take one more look at the screen in the bottom of the tank to make sure it is clean also. Never leave the bleach solution in the system for long periods of time because it could prematurely deteriorate the hoses and pump tube. In addition to these suggestions, the manufacturer of these systems recommends an occasional entire system flush with warm soapy water. For cold weather operation, the flow of inoculant will generally prevent freezing in all but the coldest weather, but when temps drop to well below freezing, keep solutions, hoses, and nozzles from freezing during application by adding a cup or two of propylene glycol per 10 gallons of solution, a little more if necessary. Propylene glycol is not toxic to inoculant bacteria. For overnight storage during cold weather, bring this equipment into a heated shop or use some RV-type water system antifreeze to protect vulnerable parts. But be sure and flush it out before adding inoculant afterwards. Rule number 1, never use regular automotive-type antifreeze. Like many things on the farm, a little cleaning and maintenance can go a long way toward reliable performance and service.